Hi, welcome to Ask the Curl Expert with Rodi at Rodi Salon in Vienna, Virginia. I'm Cynthia, a curly baby boomer, and I'm so glad you're here to watch this with us. I'm so excited about today. So let me tell you a little bit about this channel and how I got started. About a year and a half ago, I was really looking to improve my hair. I wasn't too happy with it. I looked on YouTube for advice and ideas about curly hair, and all I could find were 20 and 30-year-olds who were doing YouTube videos and nobody in the baby boom generation. So that's how I got started with doing my own channel. And a little bit before that, I started looking around for better haircuts. I was not happy with my haircuts, and I found Rodi. I was so happy to find you.
I'm happy to find you too.
And here's a picture of what I looked like before and what I look like now. So Rodi, tell me a little bit how you got started in Ouidad cuts.
You know, I come from a curly family. Like all my sisters, mom, and even my brothers, they have curly hair. So I always want to learn how to make it better and easier. And 10, 15 years ago, I think I met Ouidad. She introduced us to how she does her cutting methods in certain ways, and it just simplified how curly hair is done and make it easier for anybody that has curly hair. They have solutions.
So how long have you been doing curly cuts then?
I've been doing curly cuts for over 10, all my life technically, but Ouidad techniques, I've been doing it for over 10 years right now.
Wow. So I understand that people come from long distances just to get their haircut here at the salon.
They come from so many different places, like as 3 hours distance. They come and visit us, and that tells you something, right?
It tells me a lot. Rodi, I'm going to ask you some general questions just about curly hair. What do you wish that women with curly hair would know?
There is solutions for their hair. There is a way that they can make their hair look nicer, softer, and people will compliment them on their curly hair instead of just trying to blow dry it or making it straight or do something different than what their real hair curly is.
Do a lot of women come to you who have been blowing their hair straight for long periods of time?
I have done so many people that they said they never let their hair go curly.
Really?
And basically, when they come and they want to try the Ouidad haircut and we show them what it's capable of and how we do it, it's a kind of like a transformation happening in the spot, and they'll be like, why didn't I hear about you 20 years ago?
So what made them come to you and say, okay, now I want to do my hair curly?
First, they've been always miserable with their curly hair. They've never had a good haircut, and they stay a year to cut their hair because they've never fall in its place and they try to grow it after so many bad haircuts.
Okay.
Pretty much everything, but what they want to do is they want to try to embrace their curls, but they couldn't do it because they didn't know about how it's done.
Right.
The stylist they went to is not like a curly expert. They just
they just went to
just
anybody.
like any curly.
Mm-hmm.
It's like, oh yeah, I cut curly hair.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, and everybody else.
Mm-hmm.
Everybody cuts curly hair.
Mm-hmm.
But do you know what you're doing when cutting curly hair?
Right.
That's the difference between us
Right.
and other stylists.
Right. Is there anything that you wish that women with curly hair would do?
I would say do their homework, like you did.
All right.
You know,
yeah.
how did you find about me? You
I'll
Googled,
tell
you
Yeah.
looked, you searched, and then, hey, you came and we had a really deep consultation, and that's what we do in every single time with our clients. We tell them, okay, this is how your hair is falling, this is the obstacles that you're facing, and these are the solutions that I can help you with. So when they see those in the consultation, I don't think they're gonna go anywhere else.
Right. And I really did do my homework. I have to say that I looked on your YouTube channel, and I saw you doing the Ouidad cut, and I thought, okay, I've tried other cuts. I tried a diva cut.
You have very coarse, curly, poofy hair. technically.
Right.
But when you use the right product, look how nice it looks. And that's what the Ouidad haircut does. It just gives you this curves and shape that's the way it's supposed to be,
right,
instead of like a big frizz. Of
right,
course, with the help of the products.
And we'll come back to the difference between Ouidad and Deva cuts in a little while, because we do want to make that distinction.
Absolutely.
Since a lot of you watching right now have heard a lot about Deva cut, let's just take a second and talk about some of the mistakes that women with curly hair tend to make.
Okay. So the only mistakes that I would say they do is they don't do their homework.
Okay.
Been going to a certain stylist and they think that he knows what he's doing for them, but obviously they haven't been happy and they start looking around. Oh, I heard this stylist is good, I go try him. What they need to do is they need to find a curly expert hairstylist that knows how to cut curly hair instead of like any hairstylist.
And what is it that they should be looking for in a curly expert?
Like somebody who has the experience, the reputation, that they've done all this for a long period of time. Mm-hmm. And you can tell from the consultation, we talked a little bit about it.
We did.
From the beginning, like you can tell, like either you click with this person or you just like, hey, you know, I'm not sure about this.
Yeah.
And then you can make a decision. And
what kinds of questions do you think that they should be asking their a new stylist when they walk into a salon?
What can you do with my hair? Don't tell them what you want at the beginning. Mm-hmm. Get their opinion.
In other words, there might be women who are walking in and their hair is too short.
Exactly.
To be flattering for them, but what is the path that you need to go on to get to the place where they can be happy with their hair?
Like I have a client, to give you a small example,
mm-hmm.
Throw it in there. She came, she wants a Ouidad haircut, but her hair is very short. Mm-hmm. So I said, I'm sorry, like I cannot cut you a Ouidad haircut with like 3 inches of hair.
Uh-huh.
And she was not happy about it, but that is the right thing for her. Mm-hmm. But other people, they come and they say, okay, I want my hair to be this and that, and I'll say, no, you need to grow your hair. Mm-hmm. That's what you need to shape it up better and make it nicer, and that's what's going to complement your features.
That makes sense.
My job here is to show them what's capable of done with their hair. How they're going to be achieving this style when they go and do it at home by themselves. By the way, you did your own hair today, right?
Yes, I did.
And it looks amazing.
Thank you.
So this will tell you that if you're able to do this, like what I do for you over here,
right,
that's a winner situation for every client that would come.
Right, and I think that's what's really important to me. It's not just how you walk out of the salon; it's what you can do at home. Because you're at home,
yes,
99% of the time, right?
I'm not there.
Right, exactly.
So,
although I'd like you to be,
And this is exactly what I always teach you, and I always we go back and forth, and we tell you, hey, what are you missing? This is what you're missing. So it's an educational process that you're gonna have to listen to me and trust me at least the first couple times until you get there, until you start seeing results.
That's true.
And I always tell my clients, like, hey, you will get the compliments that you need.
That's right.
And you do, right?
Yes, I do. And you know, there is some trial and error involved because everybody's hair is different and you need to play with the products. So going back to the whole stylist thing and doing your homework, you have to find somebody who's got experience, who you click with, who is giving you a good path to go on.
And most important, like make sure he has a reputation.
A reputation.
And if you are going for, like, basically there's 2 different techniques that's been cut for curly, Deva or Ouidad.
Right.
So
what is the main difference between those two, and who should go for, is there anybody who should go for a Deva cut versus a Ouidad cut?
We have a stylist certified for Deva, and you know what? I always recommend for her, like my clients who has really fine hair, that because in a Ouidad cut we really cut hair, we take chunks of it, and you know we could do the fine hair too. But in my advice and my expertise, I always recommend people with fine hair, like normal to fine hair, I would say the Deva cut will work for them a little bit better. But people with thick, coarse, or a lot of hair, the Ouidad haircut definitely makes a huge difference.
So I know with diva cuts, they are very insistent that your hair has to be cut dry. Ouidad, no. So can you just say a few more words about that?
The diva cut is, they cut it dry for two reasons. They want to see where the curves is. They want to see that, make sure it's not like poofing up or and it falls in its place. And it's a great cut. The Ouidad cut it's a visual haircut. It's like I have to see where is the density of your hair and I'm taking that out. I'm opening pockets of air into your hair so that your hair won't give you the pyramid shape that you say, or the triangular shape that you do. Exactly. And so what I try to do is I try to literally condense your hair closer to your scalp and poof it up evenly so that your curls have more space to act, to react, to shape up the way they're supposed to, and give you the nice tight ringlets, curls, or whatever type of curl you have to shape up the way it is.
So guys who have coarse, dense hair like mine, this is really revelatory, because that's the problem I've always had. Because when you have coarse, dense hair like mine, this whole tenting thing is huge, and that's why the Ouidad cut works so well for me, and it's the only haircut that really has. Any recommendations for those people who have fine curly hair?
If you have fine and curly hair, now it depends. There's two different kind of fine hairs. You have fine hair that have very little hair,
right?
And you have to be very careful with those, and you have to, especially to all the stylists out there, you probably know what I'm talking about. It's very hard to cut fine curly hair and give them a Ouidad haircut.
Oh.
So that's why I'll try to stay away from that, because if we do a Ouidad haircut, pretty much they're left with no hair.
Oh, okay.
So this is the reason I try to avoid it. But that doesn't mean you cannot give them a Ouidad haircut. You could give them a Ouidad haircut, but you have to be very careful. You have to know what you're doing. And the other types, they have fine hair, but they have lots of hair.
Okay.
And that could be a perfect candidate for a Ouidad haircut.
Interesting. So that leads me to my next set of questions about women who are in the baby boom generation, who are getting older. Yeah, and hair loss, thinning hair is a big topic. What suggestions do you give for women who are in that situation?
Well, I always recommend them go see a dermatologist.
Okay.
If they have these kind of problems. But if they are born naturally with like very little hair, there's a lot of products that out there that you could use for making your hair thicker, making your hair feel a little bit more volume, or to fill in those issues that they have. That is the first.
Very good advice. Yeah, I agree. Thinning that women have at age 50 and older, then you go to different products.
We do have like so many different products. Like, give you a small example. You probably heard of the Lattice. There is similar technology from one of the lines we carry here, and it makes your hair fuller.
Yes.
And the treatments makes it like, oh my God, I have so much hair. Each line pretty much have a certain product for those clients that they have these kind of problems.
So some of the products will really address that.
So it'll help. It's not gonna address it.
Right.
So it's not a temporary solution. It's not a permanent solution.
Right.
It is a temporary solution from day to day or from shampoo to shampoo.
And that's with women with curly hair and not curly hair.
For all type of hair.
All type of hair. Okay. So are there any styles that older women with curly hair should avoid or should gear towards? What's your thoughts?
I say whatever you feel is what you have to be. So if you feel hip and outgoing and want to have like a really cool, nice, sharp haircut, go for it. And
so you don't have to restrict yourself because you're over
not
55 or whatever?
Not at all.
No?
Not at all.
Okay.
I always I have one of my clients, she's 70-something years old. And I literally she always wear a bob. She's like, Rodi, I want to look a little bit up to date or, hip or something like that. And, I gave her a really short haircut and she is killing it.
All right.
She's like so excited about it. It's like, I feel like I'm 50 again.
That's so cool. I love it. So that's good to know. Should I dye my hair blue now, Rodi?
I have clients do that, purple, and you know what? Whatever please you, you can do it. Honestly, and this nowadays, there's not like, oh, I cannot do blue or I cannot do red. You could, and you know what? Nobody's gonna judge you anymore like the old days.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
Yeah. Yeah. Well, guys, I'm 63, so you could put in the comment section what color do you think I should dye my hair now or cut my hair.
And I'll do it.
So if you guys have any other questions about older women, please put them in the comment section, and I'm sure Rodi can get back to you. Okay, so this is the conclusion of part 1 of our video, the interview with Rodi, the curl expert. And we're going to do part 2. And part 2 is going to focus on Ouidad products that Rodi uses in his salon and I use at home. And we'll see you soon. Thanks for joining us.
Thank you.